The last video was about changing a user's password, and this video is about resetting a user's password. What's the difference? When a user changes the password, it means for us that he is the authenticated user and he remembers his old password. And in the case when a user wants to reset a password, it means that he's not authenticated and he doesn't remember his old password. So, when a user resets his password, we have to send him an email with the link to a page where he can set a new password to his account. Django.auth app or package provides us 4 views and 2 forms that we can use to implement the resetting password feature. I want to create a project from scratch and I don't need the login functionality, and I will check whether the password was reset or not by its hash. So first of all, I have to install Django. Now I'm creating a new project. And also I need an app, the user app, to store templates and views and forms. And then in the settings py module, I am appending installed apps lists with my user app. And also I'm creating the templates directory on the level of the manage py file to store the base HTML file. And then I have to add the path to the templates folder in the templates list in the dirs list. So I want to use base dir variable. It's an instance of the POSIX path class, and I'm calling its join path method. And the template's name of the directory as an argument. And the base dir is an instance of the POSIX path, so I have to convert it to string. And the last thing I want to specify in the settings py file, I want to set an email backend and the folder to store emails that should be sent to a user, but they will just be saved in the files. So somewhere here, for example, I'm defining email backend variable. And the email file path variable. And here the path will be the same. The base dir, join path, and the name of the folder will be sent emails. And to string. And that's all with the settings py file. And now I'm creating the base HTML file. I need the templates folder. And I want to use Bootstrap styles. And the basic layout is the same. Okay, and now I want to create a new URL pattern for the user app. So in the root URLs py file, I am creating a new URL pattern. It will be path, user, and I want to include users URLs py file to resolve other routes. And I have to import the include function. Then I have to create in the user directory the URL's py file. So the handler will be the index function and the name will be just index URL. From .views, dot means the current folder, or maybe index. And then in the views py file of my user app, I'm defining the index function view. And the index function view will render the index HTML. So I have to create index HTML in the templates folder and in the user folder. It will extend the base HTML, and the content block will be very simple. I need the parents container with the margin from top at 5, text center, and I want to have a button here. It will be btn primary button with the reset password text. So let's test it. Okay, it's the index page and nothing new here. Now I want to create a user. So I need manage py file, and I need Django shell. And from the auth package I am importing the get user model function. The get user model function returns an active user model, and by default it's the user model from the auth app. So the user variable will be the result of the get user model function. And then I needed to create a new user. Objects model manager, create user. The first argument is the username, the red. The second argument an email, red-eyed coder club test gmail.com, for example. And the third one is the password. It will be my password. Okay, let's look at the passwords hash, user password. And the passwords hash is the last part of this line. Ctrl-Shift-C. About the other parts I talked about in the video Django user authentication with the auth package video. So somewhere here I want to create a new file hashes. It's just for reference and we can close it. So I forgot the password. What should I do to reset it? And to reset the password we have to use 4 views from the auth app and 2 forms. The total scheme is the following. Firstly, when a user clicks on a button like forgot the password, like this button, Django should render the form where the user can input his email. For these actions responsible the PasswordResetView that renders the PasswordResetForm. Then Django redirects the user to the page with instructions like to check email inbox and spam folder and so on. And this work of the PasswordResetDoneView. Then, when a user opens his email inbox, he finds his email, confirmation email, he clicks on the confirmation link, and he will be redirected to another page with 2 input fields, where he should input a new password. It's the PasswordResetConfirmView that renders the SetPasswordForm. And the last page with congratulations, that's the PasswordResetCompleteView. So let's create a new URL pattern that will be the password reset URL. So we can close view spy. And here in the URL spy of the user app, I'm creating a new URL pattern. And firstly, I want to import the PasswordResetView from Django. Password reset URL. The handler will be PasswordResetView class. I am calling it as view method, and the name will be password reset. So we can test it as usual, password reset. And as usual, we can see Django admin's form to input an email. And to use our own templates, we have to pass into the asView method the template name parameter, like we did in the previous videos. So asView method gets the new parameter, template name, reset password HTML. I'm creating the reset password HTML file. It will extend the base HTML. And then the form. By default, Django uses the password reset form. Form method will be post without action attribute. I need the CSRF token. Then the fields of the form in the for loop for field in form. I'm just rendering it. And the button. Type submit. Okay, let's test it. F5. I think that it will be better to wrap form fields in the form group def. Okay, and now I want to input here the email of my user. That was Coder Club test gmail.com. reset. And then we see that Django raises this exception because he looks for the password reset confirm URL pattern and didn't find it. And actually it's the step number 3. So now I have to create the second URL pattern for the PasswordResetDoneView, and then the third one, the PasswordResetConfirmView. So rules py. Here I have to import PasswordResetDoneView. And the URL pattern will be password reset, then the handler will be PasswordResetDoneView class. I am calling its asView method, and the name of this pattern will be PasswordResetDone. Right away I want to use the template name parameter. Okay, and PasswordResetDone.html will contain just the header, something like we sent you an email, and alert info will be something like check your email inbox, and that's all. Save. And right away I want to create the URL pattern for the PasswordResetConfirmView. So firstly I have to import it, PasswordResetConfirmView. Reset confirm, then user ID based 64 token. The handler will be PasswordResetConfirmView as view, the template name parameter, user PasswordResetConfirm HTML, and the name. The name should be PasswordResetConfirm. And now I'm creating PasswordResetConfirm HTML. H1 margin from bottom 5. And the form. The form should be the following. Enctype attribute should be multi-part form data. The method is post CSRF token. For field in form, then form group, and the fields, field label, the field. If a field has errors, I want to see them. So if field errors, I want to use Bootstrap alerts, field errors, and the button. And now we can test it in the browser. So password reset again. I'm input my email reset, and we can see the password reset done page, and then in the project folder we got send emails folder with an email. It's a confirmation email, and there is a link that I want to use. I paste it here in the address bar, and this is the password reset confirm page, and the last URL pattern left. So let's close it, close the reset HTML, and the last URL pattern should be PasswordResetCompleteView. Password And now I'm creating the password reset complete HTML file. And let's say it will be margin from top, text center, and that's all. Let's test it again. Password reset. Email, then new password. Password was reset. Let's look at the hash of the user password. I have to get the user. And we can see completely different hash. And it means that the password was reset. So, and the last thing I want to change, I want to add Bootstrap styles to the forms. And to do it, I have to subclass the PasswordResetForm and the SetPasswordForm. So I have to create in the user folder the forms py file, and I have to import the Django forms. And my future both forms will use the same logic, so I think it's better to create a mixin to avoid code redundancy. If you want more details about mixins, consider watching my Django 3 tutorial or previous video about changing passwords. So the mixin class will be Bootstrap styles mixin, and the field names class attribute will be none. The init method takes positional and keyword arguments. Then I'm calling the init method of the superclasses. And then if self field names If it's not none, I want to use the for loop for field name in self, field names list, and self fields, field name, widget enters dictionary, gets a new data, the class, and the form control. Otherwise, I want to raise an exception. Something like the field names must be set. And that's all. And then my classes. I want to have my PasswordResetForm class that will be a subclass of the Bootstrap styles mixin as the first, and the PasswordResetForm as the second. The field names list will be just email. My set PassForm, a subclass of the SetPasswordForm. Form fields, it's a new password1 and a new password2, and then I have to use the forms in the URL patterns. So here in the URLs py file of the user app, I have to import them from forms imports all. And I have to pass my forms to the first and the third URL patterns. So it will be PasswordResetView. As view method gets a new parameter, it will be form class. It will be my PasswordResetForm. And the PasswordResetConfirmView gets from class 2. It will be my SetPassForm. Okay, let's test it again. And we can see Bootstrap styles. And that's all. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.